Hello, welcome to another Alpha Strike replay video, and this one is an unboxing of BattleTech
Inner Fire Lance. Some of my favourite mechs.
So this is one of your new boxes that you're
going
to share with everybody.
This is not a Kickstarter one, this is an actual purchase one, so you lucky people. All right. Good. Swoosh.
Right, so we need the official unboxing note. There it is.
Official unboxing knife. It's French.
Safety tip number 1: cut away from
yourself, Karen.
Hey.
I still, no, it's bad. It's bad. Don't be left-handed, kids.
Right. So how many are in this set? 4.
4, yeah. So Inner Lance. So you get 4 mechs. But they're 4 of the coolest, like, fire support mechs that you can get. They're very, very groovy. We get our cards, which I shall hand to you to have a look at, for our Alpha Strike things. Oh, damn, they look cool.
So what do you get in there?
Hello, sir. So you get a Trebuchet. You get a Zeus, you get a Stalker, and you get a Longbow.
Okay.
And anybody who knows big BattleTech mechs will recognise the Stalker. But the Longbow is one of my favourites of fire support mechs, and you'll see why in a bit. But it's really, it's a good mech. It's a quality mech if you want long range missiles. So let's start weight-wise, shall we, as we normally do.
That should be Trebuchet, right?
Trebuchet, 50 tons of just simple fire support mech. It's very, very cool. 2 LRM-15s and 2 medium lasers, I'm pretty sure.
Something like that. Yeah, medium lasers and LRMs, which is nice. And I really like how they've redone this sculpt.
Yeah,
it
looks really good now.
Yeah, it's very, very nice.
And the mechs were pretty cool to start with, but this is it's got that slightly bulkier look to things.
Yeah,
I love it. I reckon it's great.
Yeah, so that's really cool.
And there's like, I think it was 18 variants of that.
Whoa!
13 variants of that. Yeah, sniper, missile boat, sniper, etc., etc., etc. There's one that's a named variant, so that's probably not really the way to go, but 12 unnamed variants, and you're looking about 1,000 BV for most of them.
Yeah, that's not bad, eh?
That's pretty good.
It has jump, I think. No?
I think
there's probably a variant that
has jump. I'm pretty sure there's a variant that has jump.
But it's a 5.8, so that's that's enough for a rear echelon support.
I've used the Trebuchet a lot. It's a really good mech. But if you're playing with access to 3050 tech, then get case.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's a case variant.
Yeah.
But my 3025 Trebuchet exploded so many times, I don't think it spent an entire game intact most of the time. It would get either completely caught out, or it would get clipped and the ammo would explode and they'd get completely caught out. It was like, but I love them. They're great. They're a brilliant little fire support mech, and they have those 2 medium lasers. So if something smaller comes around and tries to take you on, you can give it a run for its money. And if you run out of ammo, you can still go and get into the fight. It's a really good mech.
So we've got 29 points and 31 points on the Alpha Strike card. We'll put that up on the screen. Bing! So we're looking at the 5, we'll have both up there, the 5N and the 7M under there, so a couple of points difference. 2, 2 and 2 obviously, and then 3, 3 and 2, so more damage but less sort of armour. They're both a missile boat. So the 7M has case.
And jump jets, according to this.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, 10 jump.
There you
and NARC. It's got a S-NARC, it says.
NARC missile beacon with 2 tons of ammo.
Nice.
And it's 3 medium lasers on the original version, and this one has 2 LRM-15s, and I think it still has the 3 missiles, 3 medium lasers. But yeah, that's pretty cool.
Medium laser is pretty standard for a weapon, you know.
Yep.
If you're gonna have some backup lasers, your medium laser or ER medium laser or whatever, they're always a good choice.
I reckon they're pretty much standard. If you need a backup weapon, you just go medium laser. It's only a ton, one space, boom.
Yeah, that's nice. I like that. It'd be. Is this one going to join your Mercs?
Oh, he'll be in the Merc company
the
for
Merc
sure.
company?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I think all 4 of these will be Merc painted.
Ooh, okay.
I don't know if I'll do the same scheme every time. I might do them up as camo or whatever. I've actually got a Longbow already in camo colours, so
Nice.
yeah.
All right. So who's
All
next?
So next up, weight-wise, is the Zeus.
Yes. Yes.
Which is a very, very, very cool mech.
Yes, I love this mech. All right.
I've never really used the Zeus much, so
Yeah.
you can probably take it better than me, but
Very nice.
it's very cool. I
Yeah.
like it.
So you're talking like large lasers and LRM-15s.
1 large, 1 LR-15, 2 mediums, and an AC-5 on the standard version for 1,300.
Now, which one's that? The 6S?
The 6S, yes.
Yeah. So we've got the 6S on the card here for 35 points. 3 damage, 3 at medium, and 2 at long. No overheat. 6 armor, 6 structure, indirect fire 1, and rear fire 1.
Yeah.
You know, that's fine.
That's
35 points.
Quality mech. It's a workhorse mech.
Yeah.
A large workhorse mech.
But it's got I like this because it's got a bit of movement to it as well. So it looks like it's got a mission.
Yeah.
It's ready to go.
And the poses on these ones are really, really good. They've done a good job with them, I reckon. And there's 22 variants of Zeus.
I'm not surprised. Yeah.
Again, there's...
Very nice.
Wow, okay. So there's only 1 there that's named. No, there's 2. Leonidas is one of them.
Nice.
Oh, dear. So there's a couple of named variants, and there's 1 there that's 135 tons. So I'm assuming that's a different Zeus. That's the Zeus variant of the Ares.
Okay, that's the there's those big quad things. That's not this one, it's something else. We can have a look at those later.
So there's 19 variants of that one mech across a bunch of different timelines and things. So OG Inner Sphere mechs, gold.
Yeah, 4-6 movement for a 80
ton.
80 tons, yeah. That's about right. But I found it to have like adequate weapon choices and heat capability. The actually might be this one, the 9S. I think the 9S is one that I've used as well. They've got the card for it here.
Okay.
It's got a ER large laser. I think the LRM-15 has a Artemis fire control on it. Sort of boosts it up a little bit.
Okay.
Yep. It's nice.
It's saying ER PPC, LRM-15, and an ER large laser.
Yeah.
And then 2 medium pulse.
Yeah. It has a lot of reach, which is good.
Mm.
You know? And I don't think the heat was much of an issue, even though there's a couple of lasers there with a lot of heat to them. But
yeah. Well, he's got double heat sink, so
yeah. 17, I think it was, so that was quite good. But it's a very, very nice mech, and that's really good. I like that sculpt. I like the Ironwind Metals one that they did though. I've got a couple of those painted up.
Oh yeah, I've seen them of yours. Yeah.
This is just a little bit wider and just a bit taller. So.
Oh, they've got the scaling a bit more in scale. Yeah. Really. So they've had to bulk them and raise them a little bit, but they look cool. They look very cool.
So the 9S also has case.
Yes. Yes, it does.
Case, indirect fire, and still the rear one. Does 4 damage at medium and 3 at long.
Mm.
So that's pretty good.
And it'll have an IF there. Yep.
Yeah,
IF1. Yep.
40 points for that version, but I mean that's.
It's
that's
1600 BV. So
yeah,
that sounds about right.
Yeah, it's nice design. It looks really cool, and I'll have I don't know, a regiment of them, I reckon.
I was just saying, that'll be your backup scouting list.
Yeah, that's right.
When the atlases are finished, you send them in as like the secondary team.
When we want the high-speed rapid assault guys, we send in the Zeus instead. All right, what have we got next?
Next, we have two of my favourites, and I can't decide which one to do first. So we're going to start with the Longbow.
Yay!
Because the Longbow is awesome. This is, I mean, you think about the Archer or, the Trebuchet, any of the others that have multiple LRM racks on them.
Yeah.
But this guy is like the ultimate fire support mech.
This was more to it. So the Archer has, I mean, the main variant that people usually use is the twin LRM 20.
Yep.
And then it's got some medium lasers to back up.
And it can get into a battle and do stuff. Which is good. But this guy is fire support.
Yeah.
He stands at the back and he just like boatloads of missiles just fly down range from 700 meters away or something.
Twin 20s and twin 5s. Yeah. Twin 20s and twin 5 LRMs. So it's even more.
Yep.
More
so he's got
support.
2 LRM-20s, 2 LRM-5s and 2 medium lasers as like backup for he eventually runs out of ammo, and he's 1600 BV.
Yeah.
But that's 50 missiles. The potential for 50 missiles.
One little characteristic about it is with the armour, they didn't put as much on the legs. It's actually quite thin on the legs. So what a lot of players who take it, they tend to find a position where they can get some partial cover, which stops that problem.
Yep. You either have it behind a hill doing indirect fire, or you have it standing somewhere behind a one-level hill, or preferably behind a one-level hill, because that stops the legs taking the damage.
Yeah, that's right.
And yeah, that it is a fire support mech, so they made them very, very light, very lightly armoured. I think there was 18 variants of this one. The Longbow.
It's been around a while.
It's been around a long while. Yeah, there's 18 variants of the Longbow. There's a couple there that look a bit dodgy that might be like specific ones, but there's none with an actual name next to them. So there's 18 variants, and yeah, most of them say missile boat. So you know, they stick with that sort of configuration. There are a couple that are juggernauts, so I don't know what they're doing there.
You'll probably find they probably swap out some of the LRMs for SRMs or something, and just
probably
a bit of narc stuff.
A bit of narc action and just get it in there and killing stuff. But
that's a really nice sculpt of that.
It's
that
brilliant
too.
looking.
Especially, I don't know, I really like those feet because they got the wide and it looks like it's got feet designed to sort of brace.
Yeah, it's going to go
everything.
One in front, one in the back, and just go.
And just boom, yeah. And that looks cool. It's got this big armoured plate for a nose, like a flat nose. It's really cool.
Yeah, and the little mask, the little like electronica thing on the top there that's got all the scanning and junk in it. It's a brilliant little mech.
Yeah.
I love those things. The first time I saw that was on Master Unit List. I was like, you bring Master Unit List up. This is a couple that this has happened to me with. You bring Master Unit List up, and the first thing that they show you is like all the little option things, and then they give you 2 examples of units underneath, or a couple of examples, and the Longbow came up in there, and I'm like,
oh, look at that!
I want that one.
Yeah, yeah. You see the.
You go, you know. Yeah, that's like Archer to the X. And you just go, oh, yep. 2 of them at the back.
A lot of people like the Archer because the torsos just open up, you know?
Yeah.
It just looks really cool, but this has the arms that are
and
just...
And you can see the
big
little
launches.
doors there that'll go, ching,
yeah.
And then it'll be...
Oof, off it goes.
And I can just see like a group of them at the back behind a hill, and the commander will go, brace! And then the doors will open up, and there will just be missiles, and some poor sod down like 20 k's away will just vaporise.
There's some anime show that I was watching ages ago, I can't remember what it was. Whenever they go to shoot, before they shoot, there's things that come out of the legs to brace. It goes into the ground or whatever it is. I'm like, I picture that sort of thing happening with that. I mean, it's heavy, you know, but I mean, it's still a lot of force.
Yeah.
That's really cool. That's a nice sculpt. I like that. So we've got the Longbow OW at 36 points. Does 2, 3, and 3 damage. It doesn't have overheat. Indirect fire 3 though.
Yeah.
Indirect fire 3. That's very nice. That's very nice.
They've tried to speed the OW up, so they've removed 2 medium lasers and 5.5 tons of armor. Replaces the engine with a bigger one to increase top speed to 64 k's an hour. And
so 4, 6. Because it's normally, I remember it being like 3 and 5. It was quite slow.
Gives it a different targeting system and stuff.
So the 7V, which is 50 points, by the way. That's the slower one, but that does 4, 5, 4 damage. So 5 damage at medium range for Alpha Strike, up to 24 inches. That's pretty good.
Yep.
It still has the indirect fire, but it has case as well.
Yeah, so that one gets an XL engine.
Right, so that's why its structure is... It's only got its structure's like 4.
They removed the 2 LRM5s and put Artemis 4 on the LRM20s.
Yeah.
Plus case, and then they give it 5 medium pulse range lasers.
Wow.
And an ER large laser.
Okay, that's why.
Yeah.
That's a... Ooh.
So there's a couple of non-standard variants there, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
The standard is just basically 2 20s, 2 5s, and a couple of medium lasers as backup, and that's it. That's all you get. But that's all you really need. I mean, there's a couple of tons worth of ammo for each one, so you can muck around with different ammo types. You can put some guided stuff in there if you're using electronics, all of that sort of thing. It's a brilliant fire support mech. I love these things.
Right.
That and like, I think they say in the thing for the Trebuchet that this is meant to be part of a lance, and I think one of the standard lances was a Trebuchet or 2 and an archer and something else. But I reckon if you have a couple of Trebuchets and one of these and an archer, you'd have a solid fire support lance,
I reckon.
full on.
Well, that variant with the 2 LRM20s and say an ER large laser, that's pretty good.
Yeah. I like the original variant because the original variant is easier to use for indirect fire.
True.
The 2 medium lasers are just backup. You don't have any substantial direct fire weaponry, so you don't feel bad sticking it behind a hill.
Yeah, true.
When you've got things like PPCs and ER large lasers and all that sort of stuff, you feel like you have to get it up onto a hill and start shooting things directly, you know?
Yeah.
But there's nothing wrong with that. I just like my indirect fire, especially if you've got electronics, narcs and things like that.
So I'd probably find that if you're playing company level games, that's where you sort of bring this guy out.
Yeah.
Because you would need something.
You need to have backup. But him, if you go back through our videos and watch the hovercraft video, there's the scimitar. If you take a scimitar, like the upgraded version of the scimitar with tag and narc, and this guy with narc equipped missiles, you eradicate the need for a spotter. As long as something's narked, you can hit it.
Yeah.
So that's 50 missiles.
Yep.
No spotter needed. So all you need is a couple of him and one scimitar, and then some backup thing like a trebuchet or something, and boom, you can waste stuff.
That's very cool.
You just narc things until the scimitar dies, and then you walk everything forward.
Yeah, I like it. But that is a nice sculpt. That's a nice look for that mech. It's really nice.
Yeah.
All right, so that's 3. What's left? Ooh.
That one of the kings of the battlefield.
Yeah.
I reckon you will find a lot of like iconic mechs. I reckon the Stalker's one of them.
Yeah.
I'm probably wrong, but I reckon it is. This guy is just weapons on legs, basically.
It is.
It's just weapons on legs.
Horrendous amounts of damage, I remember this could
Yeah,
take.
and it gets worse. The closer you get to it, the worse the amount of damage it puts out. It's insane.
Yeah.
Right? So your original version, your standard version, is 2 LRM-10s, 2 large lasers, 4 medium lasers, and 2 SRM-6s. And it's only 1500 BB.
Yeah.
It's got quite a lot of armor, but it's pretty slow. It's
Yeah, but it's assault, so it's like...
It's an assault mech.
You get what you get.
Like you stick him in a lance with 3 others of him in the middle of a battle line where you want to break through, and you just make them walk slowly forward until they've killed everything. And that's, boom.
I'm just looking at feet again. I don't know. There's something about this box set. The feet just seem to stand out. Look at that.
He's starting to worry about you,
looks
man.
like he's... They haven't stuck it on backwards because that's how the legs go.
Yeah.
It looks like the toes are at the back.
They've got like chicken dew claws.
Yeah.
Bird feet.
They did a really good job of that. They've at least it's the right sort of size. It's all sort of squared off and everything. Gee, that's really nice. But there's that was the 3F you were talking about? I'm pretty sure because I've got that in here.
Yeah, possibly.
So 42 points for that. Does 3 at short, 4 at medium, and 2 at long. It's got plenty of armour and structure, and indirect fire 1. Overheat 3.
Yeah, 3F, that's the original. And you do not want to fire all of those weapons at once unless you are dead sure you're going to kill whatever it is you're shooting at, because it will overheat you in a second. It's ridiculously badly heated up. It's really, really good at what it does, but you have to be careful. In the original, anyway. I mean, there's a bunch of variants. The weird thing with the Stalker is that a lot of the variants are downgrades. They've kind of like reduced the weight limit and stuff because there was so much in the lore. There was so much like tension on the legs and all that sort of stuff, and overheating problems and all that sort of thing. So they tried to fix it, and one way to fix it is to lose a little bit of that weight and try and get it to like function a bit more efficiently rather than effectively, if you see what I mean.
Yeah. I remember the 5M because a lot of the games that I've sort of played has been around with there's always someone who has clan stuff, so they want to have a game with that. So you play with that era of stuff. And see
that's the 3050 upgrade.
Yeah. It's really nice.
It's a good one.
It's got an ER large, I think, and a couple of LRMs still.
Yeah.
So it's got the range to do things, but it's still got the SRMs but it adds NARC and some other fancy
ER large laser, NARC missile beacon with 2 tons of reloads. 17 double heat sinks.
Yeah.
It's communication system has been changed, but that doesn't really matter too much. Apparently they dismissed the inclusion of case, a factor which led directly to the deaths of several Stalkers during the clan invasion due to ammunition cook-offs caused by overheating and weapon penetrations.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of ammo on display there, and it's heavily armed and heavily armoured, but as I think we've seen in some of our games, it is entirely possible for you to destroy things without actually having to burrow your way through all of that armour. So,
especially if they've got ammo, you go, let's cook that.
It's bad.
What's cooking?
If you've got 4 weapons there just on the standard version, I think, that have ammunition.
Yeah. I don't think they put an XL engine on the upgrade though as well, which is quite nice.
Yeah. But I mean, even if all you've got is 4 tons of ammo, that's 4 locations that are going to go.
True.
But without an XL engine, you're at least your torsos are a little bit safer.
Yeah.
But
that's really nice. They did a really good job of that.
There's 22 variants of that, but some of the Night Stalker, which is a completely different mech.
Yeah.
So what's that, 2? Yeah, so there's a downgraded 75-ton version, and then all the rest are 85 tons. So there's maybe 15 variants of that one, and a couple of them are named, so there's maybe 13 or 14 variants of that.
The original is the best!
The original mech, the original one is actually a really good mech. It's just, you have to use it properly.
Well, city fighting is where it actually does quite well. It's got a lot of shorter range weapons for city fighting, and it can do indirect fire to help allies who need it. So that's another one that, I mean, these are all fire support mechs, so they all benefit from this. But this guy
benefits from having lighter, faster lance mates. I mean, if you're having a big scale game, you could have a lance of those and then a support lance with like light fast vehicles and another lance with maybe some medium jumpy sort of things, right? But you need something with him, because if it's just the Stalkers, you have to be really, really careful with them, because they're walking forward very, 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 very slowly. It's like the Atlas Scout Group. You could do it, but you got to be careful with them, because they will overheat. They do move slowly, and they can be like vulnerable to things like ammo explosions and cook-offs and all that sort of stuff. So you have to be careful with them, but they're brilliant mechs.
Well, physical attacks too. Punching is a bit of an issue because it's designed not
but
to
it
have
kicks
arms
like
or
a
whatever.
truck.
Oh yeah, it would. It could do like this, I don't know, kung fu sort of back foot scratch thing. Stalker style? Didn't they have styles for kung fu, like chicken style and
Crane, tiger, and
drunken Sholan and all that sort of thing. So you could have drunken mech warrior stalker style.
Yeah. You just walk really, really slowly up to someone, pull a gun and blow their brains out. That's Stalker style.
Just alpha strike without the long range stuff.
That's it.
But that's nice. So we've also got some pilot cards, which is what I also like about these box sets.
Let's have a squiz at those.
Go in order. I might just put these, we'll just put both of them up so we can have a look. So we've got House Davian, First Chisholm's Raiders.
Okay.
Who's that?
Liddy Barrett.
So standard pilot sort of thing. Weapons Specialist LRM 15 and Sandblaster LRMs. Oh yeah, nice.
Nice. For the Trebuchet, that's two very, very nice abilities. I like that. She's cool.
What have we got?
And Raul Moreno.
You always get the
Again,
tough names there.
Yeah.
I get Bruce and you get
Raul Moreno. House Marek 8 Orloff Grenadiers. And he's got Cluster Hitter. So, I haven't seen that one. Each weapon attack phase, choose one. Add +1 modifier to the cluster hits table for all cluster weapons, or make an aimed shot with one cluster weapon with +3 2-hit modifier. If successful, all cluster rounds hit the target location. May not target the head. Attacking unit may not have moved or fired other weapons and cannot make physical attacks if using this ability.
That's like that. Remember we were talking about the Ontos?
Yeah.
Gunner or something, and
there's a guy
vehicle video. You haven't watched that? We've mentioned it before. Go watch it.
That's cool for any of these mechs. That's a good ability. I like that. I want that for an archer.
2 points.
That's a 2-point up.
That's all right.
Yeah. An aim shot with one cluster weapon with a +3. You put a slightly better pilot in there, get that +3 up, and then just take something out with an LRM 15. That's cool. I like that.
So we've got Ruben. He's a captain of the, it just says mercenary.
Yeah.
Ruben's
Mobile Fire Mercenary Unit.
Yeah, there you go. Mobile Fire. 4/4. Forward Observer and Weapons Specialist LRM. So -2 to hit when attacking with LRM 15. That's nice. I always take a bonus with LRM, especially at the short range within minimum range. That's great.
Forward Observer is pretty
4 points for that cost or whatever, for everything.
Yeah. So when spotting for an artillery unit, grants a -1 2-hit modifier to that unit's attack. When adjusting fire, apply an additional -2 modifier until shots land on target.
Good.
May also make weapon attacks during the weapon attack phase while spotting without imposing a 2-hit modifier on the artillery attack.
Wow. Wow.
I can see that getting very ugly very quickly.
Yeah.
That's cool. I got a long tom on my fortress class. Prissa Gardner. It's a 4/5 Sergeant Major with House Steiner's Tamar Jaegers or Jaegers.
Jaegers. I like it already.
Sounds cool. 3-point Terrain Master, Forest Ranger. Gardener's unit receives -1 MP to all movement costs in woods or jungle hexes and applies a -1 modifier to piloting skill roll for moving through jungle hexes.
Wow.
Gardener expended walking MP as within woods or jungle hex. Attacks against her receive an additional +1 2-hit terrain modifier.
So not slowed through like woods and gets a bonus.
That's cool.
That is very nice as well. Whoa.
And for something like a Zeus, because this is a Zeus pilot, that's not nice. I mean, making it harder to hit an assault mech.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Assuming they don't move that fast.
Yeah.
What's next? All right. So we've got the Longbow. Sub-Commander for the Sano's Compact.
Anichka.
Series.
Anichka Martin.
A true believer of the Compact's independence. Worked hard to stay sharp. First one in the simulators are on the field, and the last one to finish. That sounds good. 6-point ability.
Wow,
combination.
Better be good.
Multitasker and sniper. Yeah, sniper for an LRM. Yeah, hello.
Nice.
So reduce range 2 hit modifiers by half.
So 1 for medium, 2 for long, and 3 for extreme.
And can attack against a secondary target in the front arc at no penalty.
Ooh.
And to the side with only a +1 instead of +2. I like that a lot.
That's cool.
That is
Direct
very cool.
fire support.
That's okay. It's going to happen eventually.
Cool.
That's an interesting surprise for someone who says, yeah, we're just getting close. And...
Yeah. And having that, like you put one LRM-20 and an LRM-5 on one, and one LRM-20 and an LRM-5 on the other, and you wait and see which one blows up first.
Yeah, that's it.
And then we have Titus Daniels, a 4/5 lieutenant with House Steiner. Ooh, one of your boys.
Another Steiner.
22nd Sky Rangers. He's 3 points of abilities. Maneuvering Ace, so he can make lateral shifts and applies a -1 to piloting skill rolls to avoid skidding.
That's useful.
Which is useful. An Oblique Attacker, so indirect fire attacks receive a -1 to hit modifier and do not require a spotter.
Oi!
I just fell in love. It's a dude, I don't care, I'm Steiner now.
Oh, I'm Steiner. Everyone wants to be Steiner. Alright.
That's
gold. Very cool.
I love it.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to...
The lateral shift thing is very handy.
Yeah, but
very
that
handy.
Oblique Attacker, oh my god. You put 50 points of missiles and don't require a spotter and give him a -1 to indirect fire. Good lord.
Yeah.
You are in trouble if you don't get him really, really quickly. Wow.
Yeah.
I like it. Okay, Stalker.
Wow, look at this.
Holy crap.
Gunnery 2, Piloting 3, J. Elliot Jameson. Sounds like the newspaper dude. He's a colonel with the mercenary Wolf Dragoons. There you go. Wolf Dragoons, everyone like 1-1. Zeta Battalion. That's who he commands. It's an assault battalion deployed when Colonel Wolf wants to make a statement. As strong as imposing as his Stalker, he imposes his will on unruly Zeta and keeps them in line. Colonel Wolf hopes that Jameson stays in charge as the previous 3 Zeta commanders have died in battle.
Well,
they see a lot of action, these guys. Everyone hires them. So 6-point combination. We've got Sniper and Weapons Specialist, Large Laser. So -2 hit modifier for the Large Laser and reduced range 2 hit modifiers by half for every... Oh.
And if he drives the standard version, there's 2 of those large lasers.
So Sniper and the Large Laser would actually work well together. Wow.
Yeah, you go out to long and you've got basically a flat 0 because you've got a +2 for range but a -2 for the large lasers. So you can be at long range for a large laser and get a flat 0 plus movement and all the other junk, but that cancels out the range mods.
With Gunnery 2.
Yep. And once they come into medium, you get a -1. And if they come into short, they're dead. Because you've got a -2 on a 2.
Just don't bother.
That's solid, I like him.
It's quote, alright Zetas, time to earn your pay.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Adriana,
yeah.
Gallo, a 4/5 captain with House Merrick's 5th Fusiliers of Oriente. So, traces ancestry back to members of the 208th Hussars.
Oh wow, Star League stuff.
Yeah. Constantly looking for scraps of 208's history. Competent if unimaginative commander. And she's got 4 points of ability. She's got 2 points in lucky, which gives you the rerolls.
Yeah.
And range master long.
Oh.
So you switch long and
switch
short
them.
range modifiers. So
That's nice.
if she's walking slowly towards the enemy, she's at long range for most of that. I mean, long range for the LRMs and slowly moving in towards long range for the large lasers, and slowly moving into long range for the shorter ones. There's always a weapon that's going to get that +0 instead of the +4, and you don't want to be firing all of them at once anyway, so you're going to be getting that just adjustment of range mods. Yeah. That's really cool. I like that.
She's probably collecting all this stuff to put on. I don't know who does eBay in the future. Comstar, probably.
There's probably a Comstar app that you can
Comstar app, yes.
Do stuff with.
Combay.
Oh dear.
Comstar Bay. I don't know.
Guaranteed to be delivered within 6 months. Yeah.
That is a nice. That is a nice set. That is a really nice set.
I'm going to paint them up and try and get them into a battle at some point. Yeah,
if you want fire support and you play Inner Sphere, this is the box set to get. This is really.
They are really, really good. You could swap Zeus in and out, but it's a good mech. It's a good solid mech.
He likes it too, don't you, buddy? Well,
apparently not.
Well, that's good. They have some nice cards for Alpha Strike as well. You've got a couple of variants for those, and they're quite good for the points that you pay, I think.
I reckon.
Yeah.
So fire support?
Yeah, definitely. Especially if you want to use some of these pilots. And I would.
Yeah, dead set, yeah.
Like, just have one aside just to see how you go. But that's really good. So there we go. BattleTech, Inner Sphere, Fire Lance. Get it, because I reckon that's damn good.
There's some really good OG mechs in there. They're cool. I like them. And lots of variants, so you get a lot of value for money.
Okay. There you go. So if you found this video useful, consider subscribing. We're always looking to expand the community. Make some comments if you've used any of these vehicles in your games, even if it's not from this box set. If you've got some of the Ironwind Metal ones and you played some games, just give us some pointers. Let us know how it went. So tips are always welcome.
How to not explode.
Okay, well, thank you very much. Thank you, Tarron.
No, thank you, buddy.
So I look forward to seeing those painted up in your...
Yes,
mercenary force.
Procrastinate for my country, but hopefully I'll get around to it at some point, and we'll have some games with them.
Okay, people. Thank you very much. See you in the next video.
Bye, guys.
Action.
No.
Intelligence. Wisdom. I'm like a wizard and a cleric all rolled into one. That's pretty cool. Like so many spells.
If I end up being the charisma-based character, we're all in trouble. Seriously.
You'd be a good bard, actually.
Shagged dragons.
Yeah.